It was good. I thought we had, decent focus. They usually the usual first day back to school type start. But I thought we got in, once guys got into it, we ramped up the intensity a little bit. Didn't want to go long and wear them out, but it was good to get back on the court.
When you're playing well and you take a little bit of a break, at times there's almost a want to get back from the players. Did you sense any of that, Coach?
Yeah, there was no resistance as far as the drills were concerned whatsoever. So I figured I could test the fact that they were anxious to get back. And again, as a coach, you don't want to lose that rhythm as the biggest fear. There's a big difference between game and practice. So we didn't want to lose the rhythm of what we had going. And didn't sense any of that today, but that is a big concern. The difference between good hard practice versus the rhythm of a game.
Terrence was able to participate.
Yes, he did. Everybody went today. There was no one out today, so Terrence went. It was good.
Good timing for Terrence in that sense that he missed one game. There was some time off so he could get treatment. I mean, you never want an injury, but right. the timing couldn't have been better.
It was better having these days that without a game, having an ankle chance to heal, and then get some mental and physical rest too. I think that's good for him. Getting a little break too, because he had the All-Star break that was really fast and going. So it was good in a lot of ways, and also gave us a great opportunity to look at Landry and get a few minutes for Nando. We need to get Nando some more minutes on the court and try to start, buying some time for DeMar and Kyle down the stretch as much as we can without sacrificing games.
Going forward, do you plan to switch up the starting lineup at all, or?
Not that I know of. I mean, unless you know something unfortunate that I know of. But right now, we're pretty well set.
About a quarter of the year left. Are there an area or two in particular you want them to work on and get better at?
Huge rebounding, Ryan. Our rebounding is our biggest bugaboo right now. Defensive, we're not great but solid, and we got to get those rebounds once we do get stops, and that's our biggest concern. Some of it's DNA, is as much as anything else, but we going to continue to drill it, and hopefully it kicks in. But I know rebounding is almost like shooting. Some rebounders are born, and it's natural, and it's, have a first reaction to the ball. And we're trying to create that, and it's hard to do, but we're going to continue to work on it.
It's mostly the bigs, right? Because Kyle and DeMar are pretty good rebounding back.
I don't want to put it all on the bigs, but, I'm putting it on the guard to contain the ball. That way it doesn't get in the bigs, doesn't have to help off, trying to take all excuses out. And, the bigs are stepping over to help. Now their man is free on the boards, but again, our guards are doing a decent job of rebounding, and our bigs got to be quick to the ball, reactive to the ball, and anticipate the shots a little bit better.
Situationally, Coach, where do you see, you talked about Nando and getting some minutes for him, where do you see him and what situations helping you?
At 2-3, another ball handler in there. He gives us another ball handler. We got to make sure we have the right combinations on the court. That way we don't sacrifice scoring. But he knows how to play. He has a feel for the game. You can't really put your finger on his position or what he is, a 2 or 3 or point. But he's a basketball player. And he just knows how to play. So hopefully at 1, 2, or 3 we can fill him in with some other scorers on the court.
How hard is it? You said you wanted to get DeMar and Kyle some more time, but the games aren't getting less meaningful.
No question, and that's the hard thing. We got to buy him a few minutes here and there. But like I said, every possession, not only the game, every quarter, every possession is meaningful. And when you start looking at scoring, we hit a drought the other night against Golden State right before the fourth quarter. But we were just trying to buy minutes for those guys off the floor, and it's a catch-22.
The decision to send Dwight back to the D-League, just a matter of getting him more time?
Got to get more time. He needs to be ready. Again, we had all these days off from practice. He needed to go play. It's not punishment. It's for his development. And then if he does come back, if there is a need for him, he's got some games on his belt, not just drilled. He's been working his behind off here with the coaches drilling. But, to come in like Landry did the other night after not playing in a meaningful game other than practice is hard to do. And it's harder for a young player to do that. So that's why we sent him down.
Coach, at this time of the year,
A lot of teams, the elite teams, starting to tighten things up and really get things down. Just a few days off, does that reset the clock and kind of get you guys focused on the last final push of the season?
Well, we did. We went back to fundamentals today, defensively, offensively, just make sure we on the same page in some things. It's, again, a catch-22. We don't want to wear them out these 2 good practice days, but at the same time, we want to make sure we hone in on some little things that we're not doing as far as angle of screen, timing of cuts, timing of passes, angle of passes, spacing, all those little things that you need practice time to have and talk about to do at this time of year.
Is it hard to emphasize the little things, or which are the difference, especially in playoff basketball? Is it hard to emphasize and reinforce that?
No question. Just because it's hard to do in these type of practices. You know, it's not the game, and then once the game comes, it's a little bit too late at that time. But we're working on that these next 2 days, the little things. And, you know, we're going to have 1 or 2, not too many, but 2 more practice days as we go along to tighten those things up and keep emphasizing. Right now is as much about emphasis as much as physically exerting energy on the court doing it. But we've got to continue to do it as a staff, and our guys are picking stuff up pretty good. You know, and that's one growth of DeMar's career, and T-Ross, their basketball IQ has increased. Now we just got to continue to get everybody up, their basketball IQ up to the same level.